Hi there, folks. Sean Broderick, and here I am again at the New Orleans Investment Conference, and this time we're talking lithium. This is Keith Phillips. Now, we have talked to him before about 6 months ago, and he told us what his company, Piedmont Lithium, is up to, and they have 6 months of progress under their belt since then. Great things are going on. Keith is going to give you the scoop. Keith, could you speak to my viewers?
Great. Thanks, Sean. Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just a quick reminder. So, Piedmont Lithium, we're located in North Carolina. We're listed on NASDAQ. We're one of two pre-production lithium companies listed in the U.S. PLL is the ticker. In the last 6 months, what we've been focused on is making our project bigger. So we did a big exploration program the first half of the year. We took our resource from approximately 16 million tons to almost 28 million tons. We've updated our scoping study to reflect that bigger resource. We now have a mine life of 25 years rather than the prior 13 years. And the NPV on the project's gone from $888 million to over $1.4 billion. So
net present value for a stock that's
a lot. We're trading at 5% of our NPV.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's an interesting time to be looking at lithium stocks, and we think us in particular.
Mm-hmm. And so you guys actually had a project that's in two parts, but now you're like moving those parts together, right? Could you explain that?
Sure. So our current scoping study envisages us starting a mine and concentrate plant first, and then building the chemical plant a couple years later.
Right.
Ultimately, based on responses from customer demand, basically, we're accelerating our chemical plan. So we're now going to have one integrated project starting all together. I spent a lot of time in Asia, particularly in Japan and Korea, with the big battery companies and cathode companies. Their requirements for lithium hydroxide, the material we'll make, are growing dramatically. And their requirements in 2023 and 4 are far greater than we really had anticipated. And they need the material then, not later. They'll need it later as well. So we're moving our chemical plant up. We're going to push our mining concentrate plant back to coincide. So our plan now is to have a fully integrated feasibility study for the entire project by the end of 2020, next year, a little over 12 months from now. Mm-hmm. Be constructing in 2021 and early 2022, and achieve commercial production in the second half of 2022, and really be feeding material into this market in 2023 and 4 when the demand grows so dramatically.
Oh, great! So, and also we should mention you're the only hard rock lithium project in the U.S., isn't that right?
In the U.S., yeah. So there's hard rock lithium around the world. It's not that rare. So northern Canada, Western Australia, Africa, and Europe have assets. We have the only conventional spodumene asset in the United States. Mm-hmm. It's the only belt of any size that's ever been discovered. It's 30 miles west of Charlotte. We're just blessed with great infrastructure, people nearby, so we don't need labor camps, great transportation network, et cetera. So we think we'll be a very low-cost producer, and again, the only conventional project in the United States.
Okay, so if I was going to try to put my finger on what's held your stock back, two things really. One is that what's happened with the price of lithium, which has affected everybody, and we know metal prices tend to be cyclical, and there were some reports about lots of production coming online, many of which is not coming online right now. People really should check the news on that. And so that's a thing that I think will actually work itself out in time. The other is some people might be worried that you can't accomplish what you say you guys are going to do, but tell me, how sure are you can actually accomplish it?
So two great questions. So first of all, on the price of lithium has fallen from record highs a year and a half ago. So we got over 20,000 a ton for lithium hydroxide. That's not sustainable. Our projections have been in the $14,000 to $16,000 a ton range. We're sort of in the 13,000 to 15,000 ton range now. Mm-hmm. But I think with demand continuing so strongly, and as you say, supply has slowed down. So with these prices falling from 20-ish to 13, 14, 15, we've seen massive supply curtailments announced. That's very good for us. It's very good for the business. And we'll be coming in the market at the right time. So we're optimistic on price. We think lithium equities will recover very strongly, starting quite soon. A lot of people are calling the bottom now. Mm-hmm. With respect to whether we could do it or not, the biggest issue people have been concerned about isn't whether we could build a mine and concentrate plant or build a chemical plant. It's really, can you permit these operations in the United States? There's a misimpression that that's difficult to do, and we see that around the world. People are curious about it. So importantly, we're operating in North Carolina on private land that we will own. The permitting process is important. It's rigorous. It's quite straightforward, and we're well advanced in that process. We believe we'll have our Rule 404 permit from the federal government this year. We believe we'll have all of our permits for the mine and chemical plant operation by the end of next year. That wouldn't be possible if we were on BLM land in the western United States, probably. So we think that's a very important catalyst for the stock, kind of proving we can get permitted. And we don't really have any doubt about that, frankly. But it's an important step we need to take.
Right, and they have had a lithium mine in that state before, right?
All the world's lithium essentially came from two mines in this region, 2 miles south and 12 miles south of where we are. It's the Carolina Tin Spodumene Belt. Again, it's one of the world's biggest spodumene belts, spodumene being the mineral that contains lithium. And we're the only guys, looking now to develop a project there currently. And we think it's the best place in the world to be in the lithium business, so we're very excited about it.
Okay, the symbol is PLL on the NASDAQ, right?
PLL.
Is there anything you'd like to add before we go?
Just the last thing I'd say is I think the time is really interesting. One of the company we think is our best comp is a company called Piedmont Resources. KDR in Australia was their ticker. They were acquired a month ago at a valuation of $525 million, 9 times bigger than our valuation. Their annual production will be identical. Their operating costs are projected to be meaningfully higher. Their NPV is lower. Great company. They did great work with their projects. They have good offtake agreements in place with people like Tesla, Mitsui, and LG. So they're 6 or 9 or 12 months ahead of us, but they're not permitted. They don't have a DFS done. So we'll catch up, and we think the value opportunity for us is very, very significant over the next 12 months.
Excellent. Well, that is a great update. Good to hear from a lithium company, one that is actually executing on plan, has a good plan. Things are looking up for them. So stay tuned on that. Thank you very much for speaking to my viewers.
Appreciate it.
And you folks stay tuned.
Thanks,